I'm a German pharmacist in Munich, and last Tuesday, an American tourist asked me for something for a headache. I showed him our pain relief options and explained the dosage. He stared at me like I'd insulted his mother, then asked if I was having a bad day and whether he should come back when I'm in a better mood. I was confused. I'd given him exactly what he needed with clear instructions. He said my attitude was really negative, and that customer service is supposed to make people feel good. I told him I'm a pharmacist, not a motivational speaker. He asked to speak to my supervisor to report my hostile energy. I am the supervisor. He left a 1-star Google review saying, "I clearly hate Americans. Enjoy." An American woman in my spinning class in Hamburg kept smiling at me between intervals. After class, she cornered me in the changing room and said, "We should totally hang out sometime," because she felt such a connection. I said, "I don't think so, but thank you." She looked like I'd slapped her. She spent 10 minutes asking why not. What was wrong with her? Whether she'd done something offensive. I explained that I simply wasn't interested in making new friends at the moment. I have limited free time and prefer to spend it with my current. She told the instructor I'd been really mean to her for no reason. The instructor is also German. She said, "So you were honest? Good. I run a small bookshop in Berlin, and an American tourist asked if we had anything good in English. I said we have a small selection, but it's limited." He said, "You don't have to be so negative about it." I was simply stating, a fact: our English section is 3 shelves. He insisted I was being weirdly aggressive by not saying something like, "We have a wonderful curated collection of English titles." I told him that would be dishonest. It's just 3 shelves, mostly thrillers. He said, "This is why Europeans seem so depressed." We are not depressed. We are accurate. I'm a German architect in Stuttgart, and we hired an American intern for 6 months. After her first week, I gave her feedback on her initial designs. They were too busy. The proportions were off, and the color choices didn't match our firm's aesthetic. Standard first week notes. She went to HR and filed a complaint about my bullying behavior and creating a hostile work environment. HR called me in, very confused. They showed me her statement. I had attacked her personally, undermined her confidence, and made her feel unsafe. I had literally just told her which aspects of her work needed revision. The HR director, also German, read the complaint and said, "This is feedback. This is how jobs work," the intern said. "In America, feedback is supposed to be sandwiched between compliments." I said, "That's inefficient, Tiff. I compliment things that are fine. How will she know what actually needs improvement?" She said I was proving her point about German coldness. She quit after 2 weeks and left a Glassdoor review saying our firm has toxic levels of honesty. I'm a German fitness trainer in Frankfurt. And an American client asked me to assess her form. I told her, "Your squats are too shallow, your knees are caving inward, and you're not engaging your core." She stopped mid-set and said, "Wow, okay, a little harsh." I was confused. She'd asked me to assess her form, so I did. She said I could have started with something positive, like how she showed up today or how her outfit was cute. I said her outfit is not relevant to whether her squats will eventually injure her knees. She said in America, trainers motivate with positivity and build you up before constructive criticism. I told her that positivity doesn't fix muscle imbalances. She switched to a different trainer and told other gym members I'd made her cry. She did not cry, and that I was verbally abusive. I described her squat form. The American trainer she switched to spent 3 sessions, teaching her the exact same corrections I'd given her in 30 seconds. But with more emoji hand gestures. My brother is a German doctor in Dusseldorf, and an American patient came in for a routine physical. After the exam, my brother told him, "You need to lose weight. Your blood pressure is high, your cholesterol is elevated. And at this rate, you're looking at diabetes within 5 years." The patient said this was fate-phobic and unprofessional. My brother said, "I'm a doctor. This is medical reality. Would you prefer I lie to you?" The American said his doctor in America always phrases things like, "Let's think about incorporating more movement and exploring healthier options together as a team." My brother said, "I'm not on your team. I'm your doctor. You have a medical problem. Here's the solution." The American filed a complaint with the medical board saying my brother had fat-shamed him and caused emotional distress. The board reviewed the case and told my brother his communication was clinically appropriate and factually accurate. American left a review saying German doctors are cruel and don't care about mental health. We do care. That's why we tell you the truth before you develop preventable diseases. I'm a German woman in Cologne, and an American expat invited me to her birthday party. I couldn't attend because I had a family obligation, so I said, "No, thank you. I can't come," she responded, with 3 paragraphs asking if she'd offended me, whether I didn't like her, if the party theme was wrong, whether the venue was too far. I replied, "None of that. I just have other plans." She sent a voice message saying she felt really hurt that I wouldn't even make up a good excuse, and that my directness felt aggressive. Said making up excuses would be dishonest. Don't want to lie about why I'm declining. She said in America we tell white lies to be polite. I said, in Germany, we tell the truth to be respectful. She uninvited me to all future events, which solved my problem, and told mutual friends I have boundary issues. I have excellent boundaries. That's the entire point. I work at a German university in Leipzig. An American exchange student asked if her essay was good enough. I read it and said, no, it needs significant revision. Your thesis is unclear, your arguments lack supporting evidence, and your conclusion doesn't follow from your premises. She said I was unnecessarily harsh and could have softened the delivery. I said softening the delivery doesn't fix her thesis. She said her professors in America always find something to praise first. I asked what there was to praise. She'd written a confused essay with logical gaps. She said maybe my communication style is the reason German students are so anxious. German students are not anxious, they're prepared, because we tell them the truth before they fail. She rewrote the essay properly this time, got a good grade, and still tells people I was really mean to her. I was accurate. That's literally my job. I'm a German landlord in Munich. And American tenants kept asking if we could be friends. They'd invite me to dinners. Ask about my personal life. Request my phone number for emergencies. We have email for emergencies. I said, I prefer to keep our relationship professional. They seemed offended and said, in America, good landlords build relationships with tenants. I said I'm a good landlord because I fix things promptly and respect your privacy, not because we're friends. They said my coldness made them uncomfortable in their own home. I said if maintaining professional boundaries makes them uncomfortable, that's a personal issue. They broke their lease early and wrote online that I was unfriendly and impossible to communicate with. I communicated perfectly. I just didn't pretend we were friends when we were landlord and tenant. I'm a German tour guide in Heidelberg, and last week an American tourist asked if our castle tour was worth it. I said it depends what you're interested in. If you like medieval architecture and history, yes. If you're looking for Instagram photos and gift shops, probably not. He said I should have just said yes and let him decide himself. I said that would be dishonest. Some people genuinely don't enjoy castle tours and I'd rather they spend their money on something they'll actually like. He said this is bad salesmanship and in America. Tour guides sell the experience with enthusiasm. I said I'm not selling anything. I'm providing accurate information so tourists can make informed decisions. He said my negative energy made him not want to take the tour at all. Good, he wouldn't have enjoyed it anyway. He spent the entire conversation checking his phone and complaining about the cobblestones. He left a TripAdvisor review saying I talked him out of the tour and had zero passion for my job. I have great passion for my job. That's why I don't waste people's time and money on things they won't enjoy. Here's what Americans don't understand. German directness isn't rudeness. It's respect. When I tell you the truth, I'm treating you like an adult who can handle information and make decisions. When you want me to soften everything with compliments and enthusiasm, you're asking me to treat you like a child who needs emotional management along with facts. We don't do that here. If your work needs improvement, we tell you. If we don't want to be friends, we tell you. If something isn't worth your money, we tell you. That's not cruelty, that's clarity. The cruelty would be lying to your face and letting you fail, waste money, or continue thinking we're close friends when we're not. American niceness often feels to us like elaborate dishonesty. You say things you don't mean, promise things you won't deliver, and smile while thinking negative thoughts. That's not kindness. That's performance. We'd rather skip the performance and just communicate. Next time, when Americans discover that Dutch people are even more direct than Germans, and absolutely no one is going to apologize about it.